Hello everyone, welcome to the solving Titanic problem using Excel. In this particular video series, we're going to do missing value treatment, feature engineering, and modeling. However, we're going to do the first two parts on Excel, and for modeling, we're going to choose either R or Python. So let's get into the steps. In this particular video, we're going to do we're going to import the data set, but before that, we're going to also download the data set from Kaggle and make a first submission using just one variable. Apart from that, we're going to do the rest of the steps in further videos. So you can go to the Titanic competition on kaggle.com, and when you reach the competition, you'll have to first register for that competition or participate on it. And then once you've done that, you'll be on the overview tab here. In this overview tab, it will give you an idea what the platform is. And then on the data tab, you can download the data set that are available there, right? What we have to do in this particular problem in short is that we have to predict whether a passenger has survived or not, and no is marked by 0 and 1 is marked by yes, that is if they have survived. Now within the data sets that we have trained data set, which basically has 891 passengers for which the survival rate is given, and test has around 418 passengers which do not have a survival rate. Our task is basically to predict the survival rate. Gender submission is a file which is a sample file that Kaggle accepts as a submission for this Titanic competition. So let's get right down to it. Now when you download the dataset, you can put them into a folder like I have placed it and open both the datasets, that is train and test. Now once you have opened the datasets, you will notice that the difference between train and test will be that train has passenger ID and survived, that is this for 891 passengers, and in the test dataset you will notice that the survival rate is not given. And in fact, that's the problem statement, right? We need to predict the survival rate for the passengers that we have on test data set. Okay, so let's go to the train data set and find out what is the one variable that we can use to build the first model. And since we're going to use one variable, we're just going to use the sex variable. So I'm going to just insert a pivot table on this, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take survive to the values area. Around 342 survivors are there. Now let's divide this by sex, and if I put the sex in the rows areas, you'll see that there are 233 female survivors and 109 male survivors. Now what I can do is drag the passenger ID and get the count of passengers that were female or male. That way I can get to know what is the survival rate of females and males, right? So to do that, what I can do is I can say C4 divided by, sorry, it's going to be B4 divided by C4. Say okay, and drag the formula down to get the survival rate for males. I'm just going to use percentage formatting for these two survival rates. And as you can notice that out of 314, 74% of the females have survived, which means it's clearly noted that females have a better chances of survival than males. So to build the first model, what we're going to do is you're going to use if statement, right? That means if the passenger is a female, right, they're going to survive, else they're not going to survive, right? Now if I drag this formula down, you'll see that I've got the survival rate for this 418 passengers, and um, it is solely dependent on the sex variable. Now to make the submission file, what I'm going to do is open a new Excel and just copy these two columns there. Copy them, paste special values, right? I just don't want the formulas to come again when I'm pasting it. So ensure you have this paste special values, or else you're not going to get these values. Now I'm going to save this as a CSV because Titanic accepts CSVs as a input, right? And I'm going to name this as first submission, right? I already had created one file, so I'm just going to replace my file. I'm going to say save. Say yes. Now I've got the first submission, right? Now what I can do is I can close this, go to the Kaggle submission here. I mean Kaggle page, the dynamic submission, and click on submit prediction. What I can do is now click on upload files, go to the folder, select the first submission, wait for it to show a tick and tell us that it has uploaded the file, and then we're going to click on the submit, make submission here. Now once you do that, what it's going to do is it's going to give you a score of how well you have predicted the survival rate for the test data set. And it's our job as data scientists to basically improve this score and take it to the best possible score that we can do, right?